Next application of op amp is op amp as adder. Okay, see the circuit diagram which I am going to draw for op amp as adder. This is where we will take the output voltage. Some part of the output is connected back to the input through feedback resistance RF, to power supply plus VCC, minus VCC, non-inverting terminal is grounded, and instead of one input we are providing 3 inputs to the inverting terminal. Let's say the voltage is V1, V2, V3 applied through R1, R2, R3, and when this happens the current will be I1, I2, I3. As the op amp is connected in inverting mode, you can see the circuit diagram, right? Non-inverting terminal is grounded, input is applied to the inverting terminal. So this point is summing point, and summing point is at virtual ground. Okay, so keeping all this thing in mind, we will obtain the output voltage equation for op amp as adder. Okay, now we will write as the input impedance of op amp is very high. What happens is, see this I1, I2, I3 current which is flowing through R1, R2, R3, when V1, V2, V3 is applied, all this current will reach up to summing point S. And as the input impedance of op amp is very high, no current will flow through op amp, all the current will flow through the feedback resistance. Let that current be called as I4. Okay, let that current be called as I4. So as the input impedance of op amp is very high, we can write, what we can write is current is I1 plus I2 plus I3 up to this point. As input impedance is high, no current will flow, the same current will flow through I4, so it will be I4. Okay, so now I1, what is I1 now? I1 is the current flowing through R1, and R1 is connected between which 2 points? Input and summing point S. Summing point is at virtual ground, as this is an inverting mode. So I1 is equal to V1 upon R1. Of course it will be V1 minus 0 upon R1, which will be V1 upon R1. Similarly, I2 is V2 upon R2, I3 is V3 upon R3, and I4 is the current flowing through RF, and RF is connected between which 2 points? These 2 points. Summing point is at virtual ground, so 0 minus V0 upon RF, so it will be minus V0 upon RF. Okay, so what you can see is, let this be equation number 1, let this be equation number 2. Substitute the value of 2 in 1. What you get is V1 upon R1 plus V2 upon R2 plus V3 upon R3 equals to minus V0 upon RF, that is the feedback resistance, or I can say V0 is equal to minus RF V1 upon R1 plus V2 upon R2 plus V3 upon R3. Okay, so this is the output voltage equation in an op amp as adder when the resistance, all the resistance values are different. If all the resistance value, you have to use this output voltage. If R1 equals to R2 equals to R3, we can write the same equation as minus RF upon R in bracket V1 plus V2 plus V3. One thing I have forgotten, so of course there will be a minus sign which will indicate there is a phase shift of 180 degree between input and output. So if R1 equals to R2 equals to R3 equals to R, we can say the value V0 is equal to minus RF upon R, V1 plus V2 plus V3. And if RF is equal to R, V0 is equal to minus V1 plus V2 plus V3. That means output voltage is addition of the 3 input voltage. That is why it is called as op amp as adder. And this minus sign indicates there is a phase shift of 180 degree between input and output as it is connected in a inverting mode. So this is the output voltage equation. Output voltage equations of op amp as adder. If all the resistance are different, you have to use this formula. If R1, R2, R3 are same, then you have to use this formula. And if all the resistance are same, then you will use this formula. V0 is equal to minus in bracket V1 plus V2 plus V3. I hope you have understood. Let us understand a numerical based on op amp as adder. Okay. In this circuit, what you can see is, of course, it is connected in a inverting mode. Instead of 1, we have 3 inputs. Now in this circuit, the resistance value, that is R1, R2, R3 and RF, all are different. So what is the output voltage equation? V0 is equal to minus RF V1 upon R1 plus V2 upon R2 plus V3 upon R3. RF is this feedback resistance. R1, R2, R3 are these 3 input resistance, and V1, V2, V3 are the 3 input voltage. And this minus sign indicates there is a phase shift of 180 degree between input and output as the input is applied to the inverting terminal. Okay, so now substitute the value. V0 is equal to, what is RF feedback resistance? It is minus 16 into 10 to the power 3. Of course, all these are in kilo ohms. We don't have to specify that value. We can say 16. Then V1 upon R1. V1 upon R1. R1 is 2 kilo ohms. So I can say, what is the value of V1? V1 is 0.5 divided by 2 plus 1 divided by 4 plus 2.5 divided by 8. Okay, so this value can be written as V0 minus 16 upon 8. Okay, this value can be written as 0.5 multiplied by 4 plus 1 into 2 plus 2.5 into 1 divided by 8, which will be taken out. Okay, so this is the value. So V0 is equal to minus 2, in bracket it will be 2 plus 2.5. so this value will be V0 is equal to minus 2, it will be 6.5. so 2 multiplied by 6.5 will be minus 13 volt. So output will be the addition of all the 3 input voltage with a gain factor. Okay, the gain factor of course here is of 2. The gain factor is of 2. If you keep all the values of resistance same, the output voltage would have 6.5, which is the addition of all the 3 input voltage. So it can be used as an adder or it can be used as an adder amplifier. Okay, so both the operation can be performed. I hope you have understood. Hello students, the next application which we will try to understand is op amp as subtractor, or it can be used as a differential amplifier. I'll explain what exactly it means. See, in all the previous examples, what we did is op amp as op amp as inverting amplifier, op amp as non-inverting amplifier, op amp as buffer, op amp as sign changer, op amp as adder. In all this application, what we did is either we connected op amp in inverting mode or in non-inverting mode. This is the only application, op amp as subtractor or differential amplifier. Here we will give two inputs to two variables connected to two different inputs of op amp. Of course, we know we have two inputs of an op amp, inverting and non-inverting. And if you remember and you can recollect the block diagram of op amp, the first block of the operational amplifier is a differential amplifier which amplifies the difference between the two input signals. So that is what we are going to use as an application for op amp as subtractor. So what I said, we will have two inputs given to two different terminals, inverting and non-inverting. So this is the only example where we will do that. Okay, so see the diagram, circuit diagram. You have inverting and the non-inverting terminal. When you use op-amp in inverting mode, you connect the non-inverting terminal to ground and input is given to the inverting terminal. When the op-amp is connected in non-inverting mode, what you do is input is given to the non-inverting terminal and inverting terminal is grounded, right? But here in this case we will provide two inputs. Okay, two inputs. I will call these two inputs as V1 and V2 given to two terminals, inverting and non-inverting. Okay, of course we have two power supply, plus VCC and minus VCC, and here we will take the output with respect to ground. Now we have to use it as a differential, we have to use it as an amplifier. If you don't provide negative feedback, the gain will be infinite, and if the gain is infinite, the output will be either plus VCC or minus VCC. We have seen that in the previous videos. So if you don't provide negative feedback, the circuit will not work as amplifier. So if you have to use it as an amplifier, the gain should be finite, and for the gain to be finite, you have to give negative feedback. Of course, this resistance we called it as feedback. In this case, I will call it as R2. Okay, let this potential be VA. One more resistance from this point, from where the non-inverting terminal is there, we have to connect it to ground. The resistance value will be same, R2. Okay, so this is the diagram for op-amp as subtractor, or it can be used as a differential amplifier. Okay, so the first thing which we will understand is, see, these 2 points, I will call this point as VA and VB. Now what happens, the differential amplifier, when you give two different inputs to the two different terminals, the difference of the two is called as error voltage, right? Error voltage, and that at that point the gain is infinite, therefore the difference between the two will be 0. Okay, so we say V error equals to V equals to VB minus VA, right? And that will be output upon AOL, and output upon AOL is infinite, so V0 upon infinite, that means it will be 0. Or we say V is equal to VB is equal to VA, right? We can conclude this. So what we have considered is the potential at this point is V. Okay, both at equipotential, and therefore we consider that voltage to be V. Okay, now as the input impedance of op-amp is very high, what we can conclude, see, as soon as V1 is applied, current I1 will flow up to this point, right? And as the input impedance of op-amp is very high, no current will flow through op-amp, all the current will flow through R2, let that current be I2. So what we can conclude is I1 is equal to I2, let this be equation number 1. Similarly, when V2 is applied, current say I3 flows up to VB, and as the input impedance of op-amp is very high, no current will flow through op-amp. When I say input impedance of op-amp, we have already studied in the ideal characteristics, input impedance is infinite, that is resistance offered by the op-amp at the input side. So I3 current will flow up to VB, and as the input impedance of op-amp is very high, all the current will flow through this R2 to ground, so that current will be I4. So from the figure we can say I3 is equal to I4, let this be equation number 2. Okay, now what is I1? I1 is the current flowing through R1, and R1 is connected between which 2 points? V1 and V. So it will be V1 minus V upon R1. Similarly, what will be I2? I2 is the current flowing through R2. R2 is connected between which 2 points? VA and V0. So V potential at VA, we have considered it at V. So it will be V minus V0 upon R2, V minus V0 upon R2. Okay, let this be equation number 3. Substituting the value of 3 in 1, what you get is V1 upon R1 minus V upon R1 equals to V upon R2 minus V0 upon R2, or I can say V1 upon R1 equals to V upon R1 plus V upon R2 minus V0 upon R2. Let this equation be star. Okay, now similarly what is I3? I3 is the current flowing through R1, and R1, this R1 is connected between which two points? V2 and V. So it will be V2 minus V upon R1. And what is I4? I4 is the current flowing through this R2, and this R2 is connected between which two points? VB and ground. So potential at VB is V. So V minus ground potential is 0. So V minus 0 upon R2. Let this be equation number 4. Substituting the value of 4 in 2. This equation, what you get? V2 upon R1 minus V upon R1 equals to V upon R2, or the same thing can be written as V2 upon R1 equals to V upon R1 plus V upon R2. Let this be equation number 5. Okay, so V upon R1 plus V upon R2 can be replaced by V2 upon R1 in this equation. So substitute the value of 5 in star. So what you get is V1 upon R1 equals to, what is V upon R1 plus V upon R2? According to equation 5, it is V2 upon R1 minus V0 upon R2. Okay, so I'll take this V0 upon R2 on the left hand side and V1 upon R1 on the right hand side. So what I'm going to get, the equation is V0 upon R2 equals to V2 upon R1 minus V1 upon R1. Okay, or the same equation can be written as V0 is equal to R2 upon R1 V2 minus V1. Okay, V2 minus V1. Now in this equation, if I make R1 and R2 same, what I'm going to get? If I make R1 and R2 same, this equation becomes V0 is equal to V2 minus V1. That means output is difference between the two input voltage. That means it works as subtractor. And if I need a gain, if I want to use the circuit as differential amplifier, then what I should do? I should select proper values of R2 and R1. Say I want a gain of 10. Okay, 10. So what should I do? Say I keep this R2 value as 20 ohms and R1 value as 2 ohms. So 20 divided by 2, 10. So 10 multiplied by the difference between the two. So of course it will be a differential, right? Differential output. Also it works as amplifier. So you can easily, if resistance, all the resistance value are same, it works as subtractor. If R2 is more than R1, it works as differential amplifier. Okay, so this is the output voltage equation for op amp as subtractor. Okay, op amp as differential amplifier, of course. And if I make R2 equals to R1, the same circuit can be used as a subtractor. Next is numerical based on op amp as subtractor. Say this is the circuit diagram. Of course the question will be calculate output voltage of the following circuit. Okay, you need to identify in which mode the circuit has been connected. Okay, of course I have clearly mentioned here it is an op amp as subtractor, but it is a very easy way to identify that two inputs are provided to two different terminals. Okay, two inputs are provided to two different terminals. In all other applications, either the op amp is working as inverting mode or in non-inverting mode, but in op amp as subtractor, two different inputs will be provided to two different terminals. So that is how you can easily identify. Okay, now the input resistance R1 is 5 ohms, output resistance or R2 is 10 ohms, plus VCC and minus VCC is plus 10 volt and minus 10 volt, and the inputs are 2.54 and 3.12. Very important thing which has to be remembered, and in the previous section we did obtain the output voltage for op amp as subtractor, and what we have seen is it is always V2 minus V1, and V2 was the potential applied at non-inverting and V1 was the potential applied at inverting. So whenever you use op amp in subtraction mode, right, op amp as subtractor, the difference will be always non-inverting minus the inverting. V2 minus V1. V2 is the potential applied at non-inverting, V1 is the potential applied at inverting. This has to be remember always. Okay, now what is the output voltage equation? V2 is R2 upon R1, V2 minus V1, and in this case what is R2? R2 is 10 ohms, R1 is 5 ohms. These two resistance will always be same, these two resistance will always be same. Okay, so whatever be the value, you have to just mention there, and you have to substitute this value in this equation so that you get the answer. So V2 is 10 upon 5. What is V2? V2 is 3.12 minus 2.54. Okay, so V0 is 2 multiplied by this value will be 1.42. So V0 will be 2.84 volts. Okay, here in this case we are using this circuit as differential amplifier. Of course it is finding out the difference between the two input, but there will be an amplification factor because R2 and R1 has a different value. Okay, so if this value would have been same, what you can see is V0 is equal to 1.42, which is the difference between the two input voltage, then it would have worked as subtractor. Okay.